Hello and good day to each and every one of you, and welcome to our sermon series, and we are focusing on 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, and we are now on part 3. So if you've missed part 1 and part 2, we encourage you to go into our YouTube page and look for it as 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7 part 1. Part 2, and then you will be able to understand deeper what I'm going to be sharing with you today, which is part 3. Now, what is 2 Timothy 1:7? A very common verse that we have heard a billion times. Okay, maybe not a billion, maybe a million, maybe a few thousand times. Okay, now what is 2 Timothy 1:7? It says, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. Now, in the first two parts, we've already covered the spirit of fear. We've covered power, and now what I'm doing in part 3 is covering on this area of love. Now, I don't think I need to spend any time defining love, okay? In part 1, we defined fear. In part 2, we defined power, okay? I don't need to define love. All of us understand what love is. All of us have experienced it. All of us have a deep understanding of it. So I'm not going to define for you love, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down into actually, let's see, 7 parts. Yes. Now, why 7 parts? Because 2 Timothy, the New Testament, was written in the Greek language, and in the Greek language, there are 7 different words that define love, that explains what love is. You see, for us in the English terminology, we just have one word, which is love. And it pretty much covers everything, okay? We understand what it is, whether it's emotional, it is physical. Everything is covered in that one word that is love. The uniqueness of the Greek language is they have different words to categorize different types of love. So let me just very quickly explain it to you. The first Greek word is Eros. Now, what is Eros? Eros is a romantic, passionate kind of love. It is a sexual or physical love that often exists, not often, it definitely exists between a husband and a wife, between a couple. What happens is in a marriage, you go into this level of not just a, hi, I love you, oh, you're so cool, you're so cute, okay? It is a romantic love. It is a passionate love. There is a physical attraction to the person. That is Eros. Now, it's okay. In a marriage, you need that. You need Eros. But what the danger of it is, some people, the Eros can escalate to another level that is not good, that is not healthy, that can become sinful. And that is where from the word Eros is where we get the English terminology erotic. Erotic love is more addictive kind of love. You're addicted to the wrong type of videos. You're addicted to certain sites on social media. And there is no feeling that is there, but everything is physical. Everything is sexual. Now, to that extent, it is not good. But in a marriage, love that is passionate and romantic, that is good. That is Eros. The second word that we see is storge. Now, what is storge? Storge is the love that exists in a family. Father, mother, children, brother, sister, uncle, auntie, cousins, grandfather, grandmother. You bring the whole battalion together. You have a big family reunion and everyone is there. The kind of love that you see there is not an Eros love, okay? It is a storge kind of love. It is family love. The love to care. The love to protect. The love to keep someone else safe. The love that causes you to sit down, to listen, to encourage one another, to talk to people, to invest your time in them, to pay attention to them. That is what happens in a family. That is called storge. Sometimes in storge, it can be one way. What do I mean by one way? When a mother gives birth to a baby, she has unconditional love. She has all that love she pours out into that baby. But that baby is only 2 days old. That baby doesn't know how to open its eyes and go, oh, mommy, I love you so much. Thank you for cleaning me. Thank you for bathing me. Thank you for changing my pampers. The baby is not able to express any love in return. But yet the mother showers that child with love. Why? Because of this storge. That's the second word. The third word is Philia. Now, what is Philia? Philia is a love that is seen in friendship. You have a best friend, you know, they have this term BFF, best friends forever. Okay, I don't know how far that is true. I don't know whether maybe in some situations you can have a BFF, okay? But don't use that word so lightly like, oh, that person's my BFF, oh, that person's my BFF, she's my BFF, he's my BFF, okay? BFF, best friends forever. The friendship that you have with that person, nothing physical, nothing sexual, it's not a family thing, but it's a friendship where you encourage the person, you are kind, you are supportive, you stand by the person, you protect them, whether they are in a high or whether they are in a low, whether they are up or down, when things are great, when things are not great, your friends are always there with you and they are always looking out for your best, whatever you want to achieve. That is Philia. We should be so grateful if we have friends like that in our life who are with us at every season and every situation. They never run away. They never move away from us. That is the third word, Philia. The fourth word is, okay, this is a bit long, Aerotorrofia. Okay, Aerotorrofia is a playful kind of love. We say it's like a childlike love. Childlike love, not love among children. Okay, this is love among adults. But it's a very playful, it's a very relaxed kind of love where, you know, you have fun, you go out for parties, you go for holidays, you sit down over a meal and you just crack jokes and laugh and just have a good time. Isn't that a wonderful kind of love? There's nothing physical that is there. You're not family. You're not my best friend. But every time we come together, we just sit and talk and laugh and play games and have a good time. That is Aerotorrofia. Aerotorrofia, that kind of playful kind of love, can sometimes become flirtatious and may lead to a relationship. And if they get married, then it becomes the Eros. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to lead to that. Sometimes it can just be, I just love hanging out with you. Let's just go and enjoy ourselves and have a good time. The fifth one, sorry, am I on the fifth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, the sixth one. All right, the sixth one is a dangerous kind of love. This is called Mania. Now, what is mania? Now, we hear the word mania, so we go like, oh, this one a bit cuckoo. Okay. Now, what is the mania kind of love? A mania kind of love is an obsessive love, a controlling kind of love, a love that makes you so dependent on someone that in your mind it tells you, oh, I can't live without that person. If I don't have this person in my life, my whole life is over. I have no purpose. I have no goals. I have no direction. I can't go a single day without this person. My life is meaningless if this person is not in my life. You know, sometimes we watch in movies where people get into a relationship and then it doesn't work out and then they decide to just break up. One of them can move on. The other one ends up becoming a stalker. It's like, no, I can't, you know, and then they start haunting this person and stalking this person and tormenting this person. That kind of situation where you cannot let go, you're so obsessed and dependent on that person, is a mania kind of love. That is dangerous. All right? The next one that we have is Philia. Okay? Philia love is self-love. I love myself. I am confident. I'm capable of doing things. I know I can do this. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to take care of myself mentally, physically, emotionally. Every part of me, I'm going to take care of myself because I love me. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Again, when it's at an extreme where it goes to another level, then it can be dangerous. How can self-love be dangerous? I love me. I am proud of me. Well, I have achieved this and I have achieved that and I am better than everyone there. Everyone else is much lower. They have not achieved things, but I have achieved that. Now, when you come to that level of self-love, then pride comes in. And the Bible says in Proverbs, Pride goes before a downfall. So let's be careful when we have self-love. What kind of self-love do we have? Never take it to the level of pride. The final word for love is the one we all know so commonly, is agape love. What is agape love? Agape is the unconditional love that is shown towards a person with total empathy, to the point that you're willing to sacrifice certain things that you have to help another person, not expecting anything in return. That is the love that Jesus had. When he gave his life on the cross, he was willing to sacrifice his life, not expecting anything in return. God is speaking to each one of us today and saying, you may have all these others, but agape love is the most important. In everything that you do, show unconditional love to others. If there are any of these negative kinds of love that is present in your life, I pray today that God will deliver you from that. God bless you, and stay tuned for the next part of this Bible verse. Amen.